Today we're going to start in stage 3 of becoming a rabbi, the qualifications of becoming a rabbi. If you'll remember, stage 1, you had to memorize the book of Leviticus. Stage 2, you had to memorize the Torah, which was the 5 books of the Bible, the 5 first books of the Bible. And then you had to meet before the doctors and the lawyers, the hierarchy, if you will, and they judged you based on your answers and your questions. They didn't require you to quote all of the different books of the Torah. They asked you questions. They wanted to know, do you have enough knowledge of the Torah that you could keep this conversation moving forward to those that you meet? And that was what it was. And if you'll remember that Jesus, his parents couldn't find him. They were to pay their taxes and they couldn't find him. And they walked back a day's journey and they found him in the temple talking with the doctors and the lawyers, the hierarchy. And the doctors and the lawyers were amazed. They were astonished. The Bible says that they were astonished on his questions and his answers. And his questions and his answers was what gave him the right to move to the final stage of becoming a rabbi. That was stage 3. When a student passed the Torah phase of becoming a rabbi, he was now qualified. Who qualified him? They did. The hierarchies of the Jewish faith. They qualified him. Man, remember this, man qualified him. And he was able to move to the Talmud, or to the school of the disciples. The Talmud has 5 stages to it that a student must go through to become a rabbi. This required them to study from a rabbi for 18 years, from age 12 to age 30. Have you ever wondered why Jesus was never heard of much after the birth and age 12 and then in age 30? He was busy studying to become a rabbi. He didn't want to become just a rabbi, and we'll talk about that in the next stage, but he wanted to become the best. During this next 18 years, the student that was going into stage 3 had to live on campus and spend the day, the weeks, the months, and the years studying the way that their rabbi walked, the way that he talked, the way he used his hands, the way he thought, and the way he talked with different people. They had to study his everyday lifestyle. And that was part of the process of stage 3 of becoming a rabbi. 18 years was a long time. I'm sure there was a lot of students that they made it to the 3rd stage, but 18 years, I'm not going to do that. And they would drop out. But those that kept going and became a rabbi, literally, they finished and were qualified to become a rabbi. Notice this. It was the men, the religious people that qualified them to move from stage to stage to stage. But it was also those same men that disqualified them if they didn't move forward. And see, one of the things that would happen is that they would ask a question: do I believe that this young man is qualified to take the message on to other people? And I mean, that was the whole goal: reach as many people as you can with the Jewish message. Reach that. And see, what would happen is that you have to understand that their study time was under the law, and every rabbi all he had to teach was what the law said. So Jesus was taught what the law said, and then it's a big change that's getting ready to take place, and we're going to do that with the next phase. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing. You're going to love this series. Tell family and friends. Tune in. Vic's going to talk to us about how you become a rabbi. God bless you. Bye.